Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Melissa Cohen. It was not too recently that I came upon this information from Rowe. It's a free document. And what it is, it's a family records worksheet. So if you are looking for a way to keep track of all of those documents, all of those accounts, all those passwords, all of that needed family records, financial information, account information for your whole family, and you need to keep it in one place in case there's an emergency or something happens and no one can find your life insurance accounts, your doctor names, all of that type of information. Well, T. Rowe Price has put together this information into a PDF that is free for everybody. So what I will do, first of all, is just to let you know that I will put the free link, the website link, in the show notes. It's very long, so I'm not going to put it actually in the website, but it is found from troweprice.com. It's just a free download. And with this document, it comes as a PDF. You have the option of typing directly onto the document and saving it like on your computer or hard drive or cloud, or you can print out the form and write on it. Whichever choice that you choose, just be sure to get started on it. It's a great place to, I would just go get a binder, maybe a 3-ring binder or a folder to put all this information in, label it, and put it somewhere where anybody who needed to look if something were to happen, and we all hate to talk about things like that, in worst case scenario, something were to happen and they needed this information, they would be able to find it. All right, so what I'm going to do is, it's actually a 17-page document, and as you can see here on the screen, the first page is just to give you some brief information here. So I wanted to go through and show you kind of what this document has. So the first one is your asset inventory and personal information. So the beauty of this document is actually it has this record was last reviewed or revised by me, so you put the name and the date. So if it's the wife, it's the husband, and however your family is a family unit, you can put the name of the adult and the date that all this information was entered here. So as you can see, address, social security number, citizen, naturalization number if you are naturalized into the United States, passport, driver's license information, and then family information of this spouse or former spouse, same type of information, date of marriage, date of divorce. Hopefully you don't have to fill that in, but it's there if you need it. Children's name and social security number, etc. Any grandchildren, because you may have children that are adults and have their own families as well. And then if you scroll on down, we have on page 4 and 5, you can start adding sibling information, maybe special friends. We have work information. Then we move on to professional service providers. So the first one being the attorney name. And this is great to have if you already have a will made. They know where to look for. We have an accountant's name. That's to help with the taxes every year. We have financial planner's name. And any other advisors as well for the family. There's 2 extra spaces. So that's great. So we also have any health care for a physician, specialist physicians for the family. You can note any allergies or illnesses for the family as well. Just go ahead and type in the individual's name and write that information. Now, of course, if something were to happen, we do have this space for the insurance, life insurance policies, where you can find that information. Any homeowners or renters insurance. We also have health insurance, disability insurance, long-term insurance. I know my husband pays for these services, some of these services through his work employer, but it's not easy to find. Like if something were to happen, I would actually have to go digging and have all that information. It would take some time to find that. So this is some great information to have just, at your fingertips as well. So then there's the automobile insurance. And in my family, I pay that. So then if something were to happen to me, my husband, he knows who our insurance person is, obviously, so he can get a hold of that person. But it may make it a little bit more challenging for him to get that information. All right, so we do have financial information. Um, if there's any employers, if there's Social Security income, any pensions, any veterans benefits, you can put all that information in there. The other information on page 10, now we're only halfway through, so this is a lot of information that you can collect. I'm going to go ahead and just keep going through here. So I know this is so boring, but just hang with me so that you get a great idea of how inclusive this is, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. There's also the employer retirement plans, 401k, and any IRAs. So this is great to have. I only see there's 3 spaces, and I would need more than that for this because I have 401k from a previous employer that I've left there because it's doing pretty well. Well, not right now, but previously to this market, it was doing well. And then I also have IRA accounts as well. So I would take up all 3 of these, or at least 2 of them for myself. And so, maybe my husband has a couple as well. So here's checking, savings, annuity, and an investment account. So here's some information. And if you do need, it's not enough information. If you need more spaces, you can go back and just print that one page again and stick it in there behind it. So that way you know. Now there's other assets and liabilities. So if you have a home owner, you can list that in there. If you have a second home or any other real estate. Now, along with that, if you are a renter or I'm sorry, rentee or a landlord, I guess a lessee, you're not a rentee, you would also probably have a good maintenance person on standby. So you may want to share that information for any home repair contacts and put that information in there. Also, just the information about your automobiles and any vehicles, your license plate number. Maybe if you still have a car payment due on that, you would put that information on who that lender is. Credit cards. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 spots. So if you have more than 7 credit cards, you're going to have to make 2 copies of this page. So just put the name of the company, the account number, who the owners are on the account, and any information where you can get a hold of that credit card company if you need to change the account name or cancel it and such. Now, I like this. It has documentation and important information. If you have a will, you can check that. I do not have a will. My spouse does not have a will. Or you can put any of that information here along with an estate planning attorney's name and an executor's name, any trustees for the trust, what those names are, etc. If you have a revocable living trust, any powers of attorney. And here's a great checklist. Well, location of records, a key to safe deposit box, yes or no. Original will and codicils. I don't really know what codicils is. Obviously, if I'm pronouncing the word incorrectly, you can let me know. Anyway, so we have where living will, organ donor, papers, birth certificate, passports, etc., etc. So you can list if you have these. You can check off the box. I think you can just type, just type an X in the box. Where am I at? All right, so somehow you got to check off that box. I don't know how to do that. And then start writing on the side where those papers and such are located. You can also include a safe deposit box. Oh, man. And here's this assets and password. So your desktop computer and password, home alarm system, any apps, your social media account, any information about special family heirlooms, any papers, etc. Pet information, pet insurance, any medicine that your pet or special need or care for your pets. Now, here's also on page 17, this is the last page of the document, is religious and funeral information. And we're going to talk about religious and funeral information. So, if you've already made arrangements with a funeral home or cemetery, you can check that yes or no if it's been prepaid and get that contact information in there. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. And I know this isn't probably the most exciting topic, but it's probably one of the most important to have as an adult. And I hope you have a great day.